The kitchen is silent except for the sound of heavy breathing. A fist hovers in the air. Sophie's back is pressed against the counter, her eyes wide with terror. The man in front of her, dressed in black with the words "HOA cop" across his chest, snarls like a predator cornering its prey. His voice is low, dripping with menace. "You don't belong here, girl. This isn't your kind of neighborhood." She flinches, her hands trembling as she whispers, "Please, please stop," but his arm tightens, fist ready to strike. Before we continue, if you're watching for the first time, Elliot Stories welcomes you with a warm hug. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and tell us the city you're watching from. The tension cracks the air like glass about to shatter. Sophie is only 17. Her whole life has been shadowed by warnings, whispered lessons from her mother: walk straight, don't draw attention, always smile when confronted. But nothing could have prepared her for this. For a man pretending to be an officer of authority, who has turned her own home into a prison. His eyes bore into hers, filled with something darker than hate. It's entitlement, arrogance, cruelty. He doesn't strike. Not yet. Instead, he leans closer, his breath hot on her face. "You think your brother being a soldier makes you untouchable? He's gone. You're alone now. And I can do whatever I want." Sophie's heart pounds so hard it hurts. Her brother, Daniel, has been her protector all her life. But he's overseas, serving in the army. He doesn't know. He can't know. She remembers the first time this man showed up. Weeks ago. Knocking on the door, demanding to see her mother. Claiming to be HOA enforcement. Complaining about noise, about unsightly behavior. Except Sophie knew the truth. There was no noise. No violations. Only their presence. Only their skin. Since then, the visits have grown darker. More threatening. He corners her when she takes out the trash. He parks outside their house at night, lights off, just waiting. He spreads lies to the neighbors, that Sophie and her family are trouble, that they don't belong. And now he's inside their kitchen, looming over her like a shadow that won't go away. She wants to scream, but her voice locks in her throat. She wants to run, but her legs are frozen. His hand brushes her arm, rough, controlling. "One day," he sneers, "you'll learn who's really in charge here." Sophie jerks away, stumbling back, hitting the cabinet. "Leave us alone," she whispers, barely audible. The man smirks. "Make me." That night, she lies awake in her room, every creak of the house making her jump. The bruises on her arm remind her of the encounter. She knows she can't tell her mother. Her mother is already working 2 jobs, exhausted, carrying the weight of their family. And she definitely can't tell Daniel. What if he loses focus during a mission? What if it puts him in danger? She can't. She won't. But silence has its own cost. Each day, the fake HOA cop grows bolder. He drops threats disguised as rules. He corners her on the street and whispers things that chill her blood. "You don't belong. You'll never belong." Her friends stop visiting. Neighbors look away. One even says, "Well, if you just follow the rules." Rules? What rules? Sophie feels invisible, erased, like her family has been written out of their own neighborhood. One afternoon, as she walks home from school, he follows her. Close. Too close. She quickens her pace, clutching her books to her chest. "Going somewhere, little girl," he taunts. She spins around, her fear boiling over into anger. "You're not a cop. You're nothing." His face twists. In a flash, he grabs her wrist. The pain shoots through her arm, but she doesn't cry out. She stares at him, her jaw trembling, but her eyes daring him. He leans in, his words like poison. "You'll regret that." That night, Sophie sits at the dining table, trying to study. Her mother notices her silence. "You're too quiet," her mom says softly. "What's wrong?" "Nothing," Sophie lies, forcing a smile. But her eyes glisten. Her mother reaches for her hand. "You know you can tell me anything." Sophie wants to. God, she wants to. But the words won't come. Instead, she swallows the pain, burying it deep. "I'm fine," she whispers. Later, in her room, she writes a letter. Not for her mom. Not even for herself. For Daniel. Her hand trembles as she scribbles the truth she's too afraid to say aloud. Daniel. I need you. He won't stop. I don't know how much longer I can fight this. Tears blur the ink. She hides the letter in her drawer, never mailing it. The days stretch into weeks. Sophie grows thinner, quieter. The house feels colder, darker. The man's shadow is everywhere. Then one afternoon, as she walks home, she sees a figure at the corner of the street. Broad shoulders. Army uniform. Eyes scanning the neighborhood. For a moment, she thinks it's her imagination. But then, Sophie. Her heart stops. Her brother's voice. Daniel. He's home. She runs. Books fly from her arms as she crashes into him, clinging like she'll never let go. You're here, she sobs. You're really here. Daniel pulls back, confused. What happened? Why are you crying? Sophie, talk to me. She can't. Not yet. Because even as she clings to her brother, she sees him. The fake HOA cop. Standing at the edge of the street, arms crossed, smirking. His eyes meet hers, then Daniel's. A silent challenge. Sophie's grip tightens on Daniel's uniform. For the first time in months, she feels safe. But she knows. The fight isn't over. It's only just begun. And that's where we'll pause. Because the storm hasn't yet broken. The soldier is home, but the shadow still lingers. Will Sophie find her voice? Will Daniel uncover the truth? Or will the fake cop's grip tighten before justice can be served? Daniel sits at the kitchen table, his eyes sharp, scanning every detail. His mother sets down a plate of food, her hands trembling. He hasn't seen her this way before. Fragile, anxious. Sophie avoids his gaze, stirring her food without eating. Finally, he speaks. Sophie, what's going on? She freezes. Her fork clinks against the plate. Her lips part, but no words come out. Daniel's voice softens. I've faced war zones, Sophie. But nothing scares me like seeing you like this. Please, talk to me. Her chest tightens. The words rush out before she can stop them. He comes here. The man. He says he's HOA. But he's not. He hurts me. He won't leave us alone. Her voice cracks. I was so scared, Daniel. Daniel's jaw tightens. He pushes back his chair, rising to his feet. Where is he? That night, Daniel waits. Standing by the window, shoulders rigid, every muscle coiled like a spring. Sophie peeks from the hallway, fear mixing with hope. She's never seen her brother like this, not as the playful sibling, but as the soldier. The protector. And then, headlights. A car idles outside. The same one. Engine low, lights off. The fake HOA cop steps out, smug as ever. Daniel's voice is low, steady. Stay inside, Sophie. The door creaks open. The night air chills his skin. Daniel steps onto the porch, boots heavy against the wood. Hey! His voice cuts through the silence like thunder. You got business here? The man smirks, adjusting his fake badge. This doesn't concern you, soldier boy. Just HOA enforcement. Daniel steps closer, eyes locked on him. You picked the wrong family. The man scoffs. What are you gonna do? You're not in the army now. Out here, I make the rules. But Daniel doesn't flinch. He squares his shoulders, voice calm but deadly. No. Out here, I protect my sister. Out here, I make sure monsters don't win. The man sneers, taking a step forward. But Daniel's hand rises, firm, commanding. Back away. Neighbors peek through curtains. Whispers ripple down the street. For the first time, the fake cop looks uncertain. The soldier's presence is undeniable, unshakable. Sophie watches from the window, tears streaming. Her brother stands like a wall between her and the nightmare. For the first time, she believes, truly believes, that this darkness can end. The confrontation escalates. The fake cop lunges, but Daniel is faster, stronger, trained. He pins him against the hood of the car, voice thundering. You think intimidation is power? No. Real power is protecting the weak. Real power is justice. Neighbors spill into the street now, murmuring, filming. Truth is out. The mask is off. Police arrive, real police this time. The man's lies unravel in the flashing lights. Sophie clings to her mother, watching as the fake cop is handcuffed, his smirk gone, replaced by shame. Daniel kneels by Sophie, cupping her face gently. It's over. You're safe now. She sobs into his chest, words muffled. I thought I lost myself. I thought he'd take everything from me. Daniel kisses her forehead. No one can erase you, Sophie. You're stronger than you know. The days that follow are filled with healing. Neighbors apologize. Some admit their silence. Others vow to do better. Sophie walks to school again, head high, no longer shrinking from shadows. She learns that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's standing, even when your knees shake. And Daniel, he watches his sister bloom again, proud, knowing his fight was worth it. The lesson is clear. Injustice thrives in silence, but courage, spoken, lived, shared, destroys it. Hope always finds a way. This is Elliot Stories reminding you that no matter the darkness, light will always find a way. Visit Elliot Stories for more inspiring stories, and see you in the next one.